part of the Metalwork Technical Department, and in this video, we'll be showing you how to implement simple pneumatic motion. First of all, you need to buy the Metalwork Pneumatic Motion Kit. There are two versions: manual control with a joystick and electronic control with position sensors. Also available are various types of cylinder with different bore and stroke features. You'll find all the necessary material in the box. Here, we'll show you the contents of an electronic control kit. There's a cylinder, a valve, a 4-meter length pipe, 2 sensors, and a box with all the accessories and fixing screws. Now the valve needs to be prepared, so connect the fittings, 1 on the inlet and 2 on the outlet. Tighten the 2 silencers in the 2 air vent openings. Now we'll look at prepping an electric valve. Assemble the fittings in the same way they are assembled in their other valve. So loosen the ring nut. Insert the coil on the side with a star-shaped recess and tighten the ring nut. Now prepare the connector. Use a 2-wire electric cable stripped at the end. First, remove the body from the connector. Then insert the wires in the clamps. Tighten the clamp screws and replace the body into the connector. Fit the seal and the connector on the coil. Securing it with the appropriate screw. A perforated sheet metal can be used to secure the manual control valve. By inserting the lever and locking it with a nut, or use 4 holes present on all valves. In this case, 4 M4 holes need to be made on the desired surface, as we've done on our example plate, and tighten. Now we'll prepare the cylinder. Remove the protective caps. Fit the microflow regulators onto the front and rear head inlets and tighten with a wrench. Our cylinders can be secured at the side of the front or rear head using 4 screws, or from the front or rear, again using 4 screws. Front fastening is also possible with micro cylinders using the nut provided. Or at the rear head using the same ring nut. Alternatively, by inserting a pin in the hole on the rear head, the cylinder can oscillate. Now we have to do the pneumatic connection. So cut 3 pipes of required length to make a connection between the valve and the cylinder, and between the valve and the compressor. When inserting the pipe into the fitting, ensure it's driven home properly. Connect the mouth of the air inlet to the compressor. Finally, use the lever on the valve to move the cylinder shaft in and out. The shaft extension and retraction speed can be regulated using the screws on the flow regulator. Tightening the screws on the microflow regulator on the rear head slows the retraction of the shaft. Tightening the screws on the microflow regulator on the front head slows the extension of the shaft. It's also possible to regulate shock absorption at the out-in limit. Tightening the screws on the front head increases braking at the end of the outwards motion. The position of the shaft can be understood by connecting the sensor to the relevant slot. Slowly move the sensor from outside to inside until the LED lights up. The sensor is locked into position by tightening the screw slightly. Consequently, with the 2 sensors, it's possible to know when the shaft is in or out.